Finally, Pingala can get another upgrade, and I'm actually now thinking about what is more important for me. Building ancient walls is pretty good. Do I need more science or do I need more culture? This is why I need culture. I need my Barbary Corsair. Such a good unit. Oh, so yes, Pingala, you will get both, but Connoisseur first. Oh, marble. Thank you. Oh, is that a... Oh, yes, Istanbul. Really, really happy. Love it. I've got another settler I've just bought. I'm going to send them over to this little peninsula above Germany. It'll really annoy them, but it'll give me control of the Bay of the Aegean Sea. That's a big benefit for me, so I want that area. Oh. Reverse. Oh dear. I realised that most of my cities were building builders, and I hadn't got the card in, but I've got the card in now. Good, so we just shaved a bunch of turns off those. That's lovely. Rome has lovely cities on the coast. I'm going to remember that. Nicely. Sell my open borders. Always sell your open borders. You can get so much gold for it. Look what my capital has. It's the Temple of Artemis. Each camp, pasture, plantation improvement within 4 tiles of this wonder provides an extra amenity. It's a lovely thing, and we love it. Now, it's not the most optimized Temple of Artemis in terms of raw placement, but really I was doing the best that I could given the fact that I've only got a couple of camps in this territory. I could have popped it on this tile. Admittedly, that probably would have done a little bit better, but I like the government plaza being a little bit more central. I don't think that's a bad move from me there. I say there, chaps, get back, you utter. Look at you and your little fleet, looking like a bunch of... Why don't you take your oars out of their holders, turn them around, turn the boats around, and go back to... I also cannot resist. It's turn 75 and the Ottoman has not been taken yet. I'm gonna have to do it. Now, this was all reserved. I kind of think that I want to keep this rough pattern the way it is. It does feel a little unoptimized with my government plaza, I won't lie. There's probably efficiencies that could be made here. I just really like putting the commercial hub in the setup. I think that works really, really well. And honestly, the Ottoman is for the 2 science and the science over on these tiles. That's the most important thing. The actual floodplain itself, not very handy. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop it up here because the chances are I'll be able to build a theatre square somewhere that's going to get good adjacency from that. Somewhere being the word. And, oh, the barbs are gone. The barbs are gone, you utter... That button is still the most pointless and amazing thing that I've picked up in the last few months. Oh, it gives me far too much happiness. Far too much. Oh yeah, Caesar loves me getting rid of barbs. That's right, you watch me do it. Oh no, they're back. Retreat. Another scientist. This time gives me 3 Eurekas. Well, that would be 3 extra points, and I'll take that. What is it? Classical or medieval? Is there anything else I'm going to do first? Well, yes, most of these I can still boost, actually, so there's no rush on putting them down. Until, of course, I've gained the improvements that I'm going to gain. Like building 3 mines, I should do that. Building walls, I've actually got that going. Iron mine I'm about to do as well. There's a lot of stuff here that I should be doing, so we'll wait on popping them just until a little bit goes by. Little bit of tobacco. Oh, that's a new one. My lord, I have a lot of amenities at the moment. +7, +7, +10. I could actually sell quite a lot of this stuff as extra if I wanted to. Would give me a bit of gold, but I'm just as likely to go out and start settling, to be honest, so I won't get rid of it just yet. Keeping an ecstatic empire, it is a really good thing to do. 1 iron mine. There's ironworking done. We can get apprenticeship done in a second as well. Oh, it's a big old flood, but actually I haven't improved any of these tiles at all, which, you know, the fact that I suck and haven't done that has given me great advantage. Buy the iron tile, improve the iron, get apprenticeship boosted. Look at this, we're starting to really pick up a lot of these boosts now, which is that's really handy. Build a watermill, build a pasture, and 2 sea resources. Now, this is something I should and could be able to do, actually. Can I get myself a good chunk of cities in this area that are going to give me some good benefits? Now, I'm thinking actually shipbuilding will let me embark this settler, and I could go and settle this tiny little island as an outpost towards Poland. No real luxuries on it, though, so it's kind of a pointless settle. Oh, actually, though, let's go 1 city and then 2 cities. That one's not on fresh water, but then I can go for the oldest trick in the book, the aqueduct, like that. Oh no, that's not going to let me do that, is it? Hang on. like that. Aqueduct, aqueduct. Unfortunately, I lose that campus spot, but I do make up for it with the double industrial zone set up like that. We've also got a couple of really good spots. There's some dams on top of that, so we can dam that river. This river will already be dammed. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad little setup. So we'll go and move that satellite to over there. And again, buy the tile, improve the luxury, and sell the luxury immediately for more than you just bought the tile for. It's the Ursa way of playing. Here is another city. This one's a little closer to Germany. He reckons it's going to rebel. I think that it will change its mind, but check out that +4 campus. Oh yeah, filthy. You settled too close. I'm going to start lying to people. Look, 30 diplomatic favor. I wonder what I'm going to do with that. Oh yes, that's right. Immediately sell it for 18 gold per turn. Lying pays, everyone. That's what you should remember about this game. Here is Celestial Navigation, by the way, so we can now do harbors. Lovely stuff. There's recorded history. That means I've got natural philosophy, 9 science per turn in addition. I mean, that is a good thing to have. Over 100 gold per turn, 78 of which is coming from deals right now. We're selling, again, everything that isn't pinned down in my nation. Just sell it. Flog it. It's fine. Time to give Pingala researcher, though. That's awesome, and means that I should go to about 65 science per turn. Oh, yeah, 64. Almost. And I'd like to think that my guesses on those is pretty accurate a lot of the time. This is a good island, actually. Lots of horses, but a lot of barbs on it, so we've got to be careful if we choose to go and settle down there. Looks like Catholicism is coming around as well. Now, this is Feed the World territory. And Feed the World is enough to make me, Ursa, build holy sites, because you know how I feel about Feed the World. Oh, Etamananki, 2 science, 1 production to all marsh tiles in my empire. Oh, if I'd gone for the Pantheon, if I'd known, actually to be fair, if I'd known I'd gone for this wonder, and if I was going to get this wonder, I would have probably gone for the Pantheon, but it's fine. I don't mind. Spreading out the benefits is pretty good, and actually camps have given me a huge benefit in my capital, so I can't complain, but there's a lot of decent tiles in my nation now. They're not improved, and I'm going to build all over them, unfortunately, but apart from that, they're all pretty good. Now to spend a little bit of money. A 1, a 2. Look at those. Oh yeah, that's a lot of extra science. We're up to 80 per turn. We have finally taken over the Aztecs. Although it's Gorgo. Gorgo, unbelievably, is the one with the most. That's pretty mad. What's her tourism like? 35 per turn. Okay, it's not crazy, but we do need to keep an eye on Gorgo. Speaking of, there is a pasture. Once I pop that down, that's horseback riding, and now we can go apprenticeship, which means that man-at-arms is a very decent rush that I could now be doing. How many turns on Germany? 8 turns. They're pretty tough, but could they defeat an Ottoman attack? I mean, we're pretty tough. They've got all the great generals. Oh, that's going to be hard. Yeah, I'm going to have to build up my war capacity, I think. Let's think about the best way of doing that. I think harbour into industrial zone in order to get Imhotep going. And to do that, we're going to go Warlord's Throne to get myself the extra... Oh no, we don't need the governor title just yet. Okay, cool. Right, instead, let's go for harbour. That means we can get the lighthouse. There's a bit more housing, gives us a bit of gold, gives us a trade route, and then we'll go industrial zone. So we'll go harbour and then aqueduct. I'm going to throw a bit of gold at my capital now as well. We've also done the majority of the easy bits and pieces now, so I'm just going to pop this construction military engineering buttress. I probably could have waited a little longer, but we only had a couple left. You're at risk of waiting so long. The great scientist isn't sort of worth anything after a while, so yeah, I end up using them probably a little earlier than I needed to, but it's fine. Also, another city, Ankara. Yeah, something like that. Also, check this watermill out. Bam. Oh, that's a lot of extra food. We did just get flooded in my capital. Nothing broke, but I did lose a population. Ouch. Apprenticeship. Mines are worth more production. You love it. Let's unlock lumber mills. Mathematics is going to boost itself as soon as this harbour is done. I like that. See, we've still got good trade routes available to us. Anshan, though, that's a handy road for attacking Germany later. So we'll pop that quickly. And I think Anshan I can actually then pick up. Yes, look at that. Lovely stuff. So that means I can get science on great works of writing. So I don't know what Germany is going to be like in terms of selling? Not Germany. Gorgo. What's she going to be like in terms of selling? Yeah, writing is quite expensive. Let's forget about that one. There is construction. I haven't got an aqueduct yet, have I? Oh, no, I did. Perfect. That's niter. Oh, no, I boosted military engineering, didn't I? Let's find niter and let's get trebuchets. I think trebuchet rush on Germany. That just sounds lovely. That just sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, that's a barbed crossbow. Ugh, we have to be expecting crossbows. Crossbows is probably a very, very standard thing that we're going to have to come and fight against. Poland reckons it can give me more than it currently is. Actually, what I'm going to do then is I will take their copy of the jade. That way, by taking their jade, I can then sell my own. Hehehe, making money. And actually, for only 300 gold, yeah, I'm going to take that book. I'm going to take that book because it's worth 2 science to my capital. Pingala makes that better. It's more culture in my capital. It's just a whole lot of fun. And this is where we begin to shine. For now, we are in a heroic era. What does heroic era mean, you ask? Well, 15% extra science and culture. And we are not going to let that golden era go for the rest of the game. Poland is doing really badly. Oh, that's exciting. Now, do I want to get my own religion? I could get one. I'd have fair competition. I don't know if it's worth it, being honest with you. So I think we're going to go free inquiry. So this means we can get science from harbours and commercial hubs, both of which we're going to build. Penbrush and voice, we've got a lot of districts, so extra culture from those is good. And then monumentality, being able to buy settlers and builders cheaper and have the builders move around faster. That's handy. Well, Congress time! I would like it if you could vote for me. And Catholicism. I like this feed the world religion. I think that should go around. Yes, yes. Extra trade route to Old Ursa. Lovely. And how much niter have we got in my empire? Oh, 1 under a wonder. Oh, and 1 right under where I was gonna put my industrial zone. That is slightly frustrating. Okay. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, so I need a new space for my industrial zone. Where is that going to go? Probably on this tile, I reckon, which is worth a whopping +3. That's not great. I guess the niter is giving it a little bit of adjacency, but it's not remarkable, is it? Unless, can that dam, go on that tile? It can. Which means, in theory, if I dammed that tile, I could put the industrial zone there for a +6. We've already established I can't aqueduct this tile. That is a bit problematic. That +6 in my capital, that's better than not having anything at all. So I think we need to just go for that. Yeah, go on then. Okay, there is 1 aid request that's just gone through to Jadwiga. So I think we'll not putting carbon into the atmosphere, so I'm going to give her 1 gold. It's always worth doing because the AI often forgets to do anything here. Let's take over Venice as well. See what that gives us. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men at arms, and Poland is right there. 1,000 gold. Oh, okay. I sense a plan going on. Right, we're going to absolutely divert attention from that aqueduct. I'm going to quickly, instead, go for the Warlord's Throne. We are then going to go Theology, Civil Service, Divine Right. That will give us Monarchy. That will let us go for my level 2 building, which will let us take city-state troops. Singapore is next as well. Train a quadrireme. Yes. That is something I can do as well. Let's take this city-state. Oh my goodness, this is all coming up Ursa. I love it. Don't need Corvée anymore. No. Maritime Industries, back in you go. 10 turns for a quadrireme. This will help me to take Singapore. There's the extra envoy, so I should be able to levy both of these. Yes. Oh, Poland. I don't even need my own army. This is suddenly a plan. And I'm building up a catapult fleet, which I could bring the catapults over, to be fair. Let's just start moving them across. There's trebuchets being built. I get extra production on trebuchets, don't forget. But if we go education and then I beeline to be able to get across oceans, I'll be able to move my units over the sea. So we go education, then buttress, and then cartography. Oh, yes. This is a plan. I feel a rather mean-spirited moment coming along. And actually, I'm going to put Armani into Venice so that I know that I'm not going to lose it. Oh, as well as 2 random technologies and 1 inspiration from the medieval or Renaissance areas. So medieval I'm pretty set on. Feudalism, castle, zone 3. Okay. I'm going to just hold on to you as well. There's stuff that I can do right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to let Germany get away with this for now. Keep the friendship going just until I decide to move elsewhere. I feel mean. I didn't mention it, by the way, that we were just over turn 90 and we did actually get to 100 science. So we easily did 100 by 100. Jadwiga wants my horses. Interesting. Venice is still upgrading men-at-arms. Like, I don't need any more. You've already done it. It's great. Oh, it's actually taken it down. Get back here, you. It was on 99.9 there for a second. There we go. Got to get some oranges back in. I thought that might be the case. 103 now. That's a little bit better. Lovely to see. Let's get that niter in. Bit of era score, a little bit more resource, and more importantly, some more production for Istanbul. Alliance time. Does anyone not like Poland? Germany doesn't. So I'm tempted to ask them for a military alliance and see where that goes. I'm trading with Rome, so I believe I would like a good alliance with them, a good research alliance. Probably do me quite well. Yeah, I can claim a little bit of diplo favor as well from that. And we'll go economic from the Aztecs. That often works well. Perfect. 3 alliances sprung up from nowhere. Warlord's Throne. Done. Let's get that aqueduct sorted, and then let's get this industrial zone sorted as well. We need to keep on growing Istanbul. It is a fine city, a beautiful city, but it could be better. Monarchy as well. Need that in as quickly as possible. And Victor now has garrison commander. Okay, now we're going to work on... Oh, I just realized what I did. I meant to put a point in Amani. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay. How do I fix this? Let's go. Do we go guilds quickly? No, that's ages away. Gonna have to go divine right and work that out. Oh, that was a mistake. Never mind. Okay, fine. Now you can see Germany is in Venice, which is a little bit of a problem at the moment. We need to work on some more envoys. So to help that, charismatic leader goes in. Gonna throw as many envoys at Venice as we can. How many turns until that one pops up? 6 turns. We can get something on there. Perfect. I have 3 trebuchets, by the way. Those will hit with bombard strength of 50. Oh, yeah, right. We've spent a little bit of gold now. I need to generally save this up, make sure that we're getting all the gold. I don't mind trading with Poland as long as it's for gold up front. So there is machinery, which gives me access to Kilwa. Kilwa is going to be a big wonder for me, actually, that I could get in this city as well. I realize I just built the industrial zone on that tile rather than the one up here. So that was a bit silly, but you know what? I can save face by building a city up there, and then, yeah, that's a bit of a silly move. Never mind. But I want the mausoleum, I want Kilwa, I want a lot of this stuff. Actually, Colosseum is still available as well. But I think central to this is Imhotep. I think I can wrangle quite a few people if I get Imhotep. So we want to focus on getting that as quickly as possible. Let's get this lighthouse going just to increase the city a little bit just in terms of housing and to give it another trade route, and we can get some more food into my capital. As one door closes, another opens. Venice is, for whatever reason, has sold or lost all of its army, but Anshan is now upgrading it. So, you know, like at some point you have to go, yep, sure, whatever game. I don't know what you're doing, but I'll just roll with the punches. Yeah, 3 turns off divine right. We're going to go straight from industrial zone into getting that, I think, intelligence agency this time for a spy towards Poland. I think that sounds like a good idea. Why are you getting rid of all the units, Venice? It's probably because they upgraded them all and then Venice was on 0 gold, so it just sold a bunch, is probably what's happened. The AI gets a bit confused with units and then like when it can't afford them, it just gets all silly. Second route to Ravenna. Now, it's not giving me any food in my capital, but it's a bit more gold, a bit more science, and I'm not a million miles away from diplomatic service, which I do want to be getting soon. However, I'm going to beeline for Barbary Corsairs. Those are such a good unit, and I'm really looking forward to having them. Oh, there's Singapore as well. 450 gold for this army. Yeah, not too bad at all. We've got options. We have absolute options here. Switch over to monarchy. Extra housing from walls is good, but things like maritime industries are probably the better ones for me. Conscription, let's get veterancy though. I'm just changing my mind already. So we're saving some gold. We are getting this. Actually, we'll get equestrian orders in. Oh, is that worth it? I can't actually sell what I've got, to be fair. So we won't bother on that for now. Republican legacy will do just fine. And alongside campus, I think we should get something fun like Gothic architecture. I'm just about to get a bunch of wonders being produced. I think that's going to be really good fun. What's that? Holy Site gives me faith adjacency. No, I will pass on that. Not for me. I'll wait until the next one pops up. Renaissance era, because I got cartography because I built 2 harbors. Just utilizing all of these boosts where we can. I'm just saving so much time at the moment by not researching anything that I don't have to in full. So Istanbul, let's shove in a workshop. That'll give another great engineer, which is wonderful because I have grants. So now Istanbul is giving me 4 points per turn. 4 whole points, we will catch up on Imhotep. And the question is going to be, is it worth hard building these wonders or rushing industrial zone projects and then using the great engineer? Now that is a good question. I would like Imhotep in, and I'd like Imhotep in quick. So I think we're going to gamble on going industrial zone logistics and doing it this way. It feels like a strange way of doing it rather than just sort of building the wonders. But with my policy card in, Gothic architecture, Imhotep can just rush a wonder in one. So I think this will work for me. Also, we're up to 130 science per turn now because I've got a couple of harbours that are all being finished. It's +4, +2. Don't forget, these all give science at the moment because of my heroic age. We are loving life, and I can now move my boats across the sea, which is lovely. Especially because I can now move my trebuchets across. Oh, saying that, industrial zone is important, but what was the thing I meant to do? It was go for... Oh, now, okay, right, this is a toss-up. If I go foreign ministry, then these levied units are going to be more powerful and cheaper. If I go intelligence agency, my units will be more powerful. I'm going to go foreign ministry. That +4 I think is actually more helpful than I let on a lot of the time. It's really, really good. Right, just to set up for this war, we're going to denounce Jadwiga. It's going to be 5 turns before we can do anything, but I would love to get a good joint war going, and a formal war would help me just remove some of these war weariness penalties, so that would be an amazing thing for me. Still flogging all my strategics, just not to Poland. Okay, foreign ministry. This time we will get Amani. I'm going to do it, and we've got 3 options. I'm going to stick Amani in Venice. I think that's a really good one to capture because it's just on the border with Poland, but Singapore, you can see Jadwiga and Frederick, they both have decent envoys, but look, I've got really, really close troops here, so I'm going to use my extra envoy that I've picked up, pop it into Singapore, and now that I have this building, I can levy the army for 225. Anshan, again, I just know I want one more envoy in this city-state, if I can help it before levying it, because I just feel like Germany are going to steal that immediately. 15 population city, but it's not the largest in the world, and did you see the fleeting glimpse of something amazing? I now have my Corsair. It's such a good unit, but the main appeal of it is to be able to just pillage anything on the coast, and unfortunately Poland hasn't really got anything on this coast, and I yet don't know if I can travel around the world and pillage them from the other direction, so this is not necessarily the best thing for me. I could go and pillage that Barb encampment, otherwise it's Rome is kind of the main target for me apart from Sparta. No one's really doing a lot on the coast apart from Rome. So I think we will buy one of my units. Let's just do it on this tile. That'll give me the 4-air escort. We'll go and take care of that Barb encampment because it is annoying me a little bit. And we're just keeping an eye on formal war. Here we go. We can declare a formal war. Now, it is essential that I do a formal war with Germany where possible. It is possible. Let's go. In with Frederick. Now, who has... Oh, Poland's actually met pretty much everyone else. That may prove to be a problem for them. Nope, it is not. They actually physically cannot be brought into a war against anybody else because I don't think the AI can see like a sort of sensible pathway to send the troops on, so... Yeah, sometimes that happens. We have very decent troops, and they are all ready to rock. So we're just going to move them in. The trebuchets are going to fire. There's only 321 military strength here, so that is pretty good. But I want to take out Poland as quick as possible. I really, really do. Oh, I'd love Anshan. If I can get hold of them, that would be amazing. I just do not trust... Okay, actually, once I have the extra envoy, then I will throw something at Anshan. Then I'll trust it a little bit better. Liang. Let's get Liang in because I would like to get some more builders into my empire, and she's amazing for that. So just as I feared, the city built walls the turn. The literal turn that I attacked, but that's okay. That's why I bought trebuchets. This trebuchet can immediately fire over the top, and oh, we're already pretty much melting the walls, so that's pretty nice. And it looks like Poland have warriors as their main offensive army. To that I say sure, okay, that sounds good. Throw warriors at me. I'm going to treat myself to a grand bazaar in this city here. Now this is going to give me 9 gold per turn, which is awesome, but it gives me 1 amenity for every luxury resource this city's improved. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's pretty good, as well as giving me a bunch of era score. Oh, it only gives +1 for each separate one. So because there's 3 coca, doesn't count. Okay, no, that's fine. That's okay. It still gives me +2. That helps to keep all of my cities nicely happy. Oh, I built the Great Bath, by the way. I could. I did it in my capital because I could. I think that's literally the only reason I built this. Plus, the extra faith from the city is really good. The ability to not have any flood damage, again, pretty good. Housing in my capital, pretty good. The delicious blue glow that comes from the Great Bath, even better. Oh yes, Istanbul, you very beautiful place. So that is mercenaries. And Shen, I want you to be ever so slightly happier with me. Perfect. Now I can levy that military. Bang. 1 attack on Lublin. 2 attacks. Walls are down. Lovely to see. Don't mind me if I quickly stick raid onto my cities. It's an amazing thing because now my trebuchet can go bam, 75 health in 1 attack. My trebuchets are still attacking Lublin, doing really well on that one. And actually, as you can see, my units are coming around. We have amazing flanking bonuses. We've got foreign ministry. We have military alliance. Yeah, these warriors are not going to last long against my units. Yeah, that's right. You can attack my trebuchets all you want. All you're going to do is level them up for me. Lovely stuff. Crew weapons. That's a nice upgrade. But most importantly, we can go 1 attack, 2 attack. Lublin has been taken. Oh, what's that? Loyal already? Well, let's break down why that is. As the Ottomans, every time we take a city, we do not lose any population. So you'll see that Lublin is still 8 pop, which is an amazing thing. It gets +1 immunity, +4 loyalty per turn. Oh, it's just so good. And now, look at that, a 9 population city we've got in our sights. It's going to be lovely stuff. In fact, I might treat myself to a cheeky siege tower just in case they decide to get ideas. I don't want them sticking up walls at all. Another 2 envoys. I think at this point we want to just make sure that the city-states we are in control of, we are still in control of them. I like a good 2 envoy padding, and I think I've got them in all of these. So Venice is the next option, and I could levy that pretty quickly, which I'm going to do very soon, but I'm just saving up to purchase in Imhotep. I really, really want Imhotep. So for now, these 2 envoys, 1 to Singapore, 1 to Anshan. I like that. You know, I really, really have to keep an eye on Gorgo here. I really do. Their culture, their tourism, 80 per turn. It's already above my culture per turn. That is not good. That is not good at all. Here's Imhotep, by the way. I really just wanted to guarantee that I got him. Next up, Bisheng. Very cool. Very cool, great engineers. We've got pretty good domination on the early stages of these, so I'm looking forward to just sort of flexing our muscles a little bit. So as feared, again, they just can spring walls up literally on the same turn that I come into their borders. Oh, it's fine. That's why I have the siege equipment. You've got to expect the walls even if they're not there. It's the sensible way of doing things. Great Admiral, +3 combat strength for all naval units. Really handy. Sure, okay. Well, I'm just going to teleport you briefly over to here, and then actually I can use your help with all of these boats. But look at this. These caravels think they can get past me, do they? It's not going to happen. When I can... Oh, coastal raid the tribal hut. Lovely. And then attack that barb camp. Even better. And don't mind me while I just burrow Venice's troops as well. That's a golden age, by the way. I wasn't even worried about golden ages. We're just going to go golden, golden, golden. Now that we're going to war, it's too easy. In the meantime, my little naval bombardment has worked well. And this is the 2nd city that I've taken on the Polish coast. Now, all of my army can embark, or sort of disembark, I should say, get onto land, and we can give Poland a bit of a sore nose. Sweep up a couple of warriors whilst we're at it as well. Oh, these troops are powerful. Imagine if I had a great general. Wow, it'd be crazy. World Congress time. I would love it if duplicates of Amber went through, and I would love it if great people, let's say that no general earned. Hehehe. That'll give me plenty of time to start earning points myself. It's unlikely to go through. Let's see what goes through. No admirals and no ivory. Oh, that's scorched earth right there. They knew I was just about to take about 3 ivories. Still, I'll get the Pantheon stuff in to get the camp sorted, so that's good. Lots of extra 3 food and production for me. So Pingala sorted, Victor, Amani, Liang, all of the good things. I'm going to now put Magnus in so we can start getting a couple of settlers out. I think that's a good thing to do. Siege, oh yeah, university's just boosted, or is it astronomy? I need to get printing boosted as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we need to do, but don't forget I'm getting 50% boosts at the moment because of free inquiry, and it's such a good policy for me. Like, I cannot complain with how this is going. It's going wonderfully. Most excitingly though, it's time for my capital to get funky. Let's go for the mausoleum. We're going to plonk that immediately down, and Imhotep will rush it through. Oh, unfortunately didn't quite get there on the old production. It's because Istanbul is not ecstatic. I was thinking Gothic architecture would get it there. Next turn we'll finish that. So there is mausoleum, science, faith, culture on all coast tiles. It's amazing. And great engineers having an additional charge means that Imhotep went from 2 charges to 1 back to 2. It's a 3 wonder, and all great engineers are going to have a 3 charge from this point onwards. I always get it in pretty much every single game I do. Oh yeah, the aid request for Jadwiga. Surprisingly, we failed that. Did it have anything to do with the war we're currently raging? I'd like to think no. Build an entertainment complex there briefly. I think we're going to go and rush a Colosseum, and then we'll finish Kilwa. Oh, 50 strength attacks with the trebuchets. They're so good. I do love them. I really do love them. So powerful. Let's just quickly get that plunder heal and then attack the city. There we go. The walls are gone. I think that means this trebuchet should survive this next attack, but I guess we'll find out. Don't mind me whilst I coastal raid and then attack and then attack. Nice. We're 3. We're 3 and we can get out of this horrendous little sea. Go see what's going on to the north of me. A 1 attack and then we'll go a 2 attack and follow it up, you guessed it, with a 3 attack. We'll pillage and then take the city. 9 population, immediately converts. What a wonderful place to be. In fact, I'm just going to quickly just mess around with the food. Oh, I don't think I can actually keep the population. That's a bit of a shame. I'll force it to work food until... I don't want to lose any population in that city. We might as well keep it if we can. Don't mind me if I just quickly treat my university, my capital to a university, because that'll give me printing, but also big chunk of science in my capital. 174. Oh, it's the extra 15% you get. It's wonderful. I love this new Ottoman. Like, you don't need all of the war bonuses the original one. The original one was over the top. Like, this requires a little bit more skill, I would say. Once you get the hang of it, it's like, okay, great, you've conquered a bunch of stuff. Well done. That's really, really good. Now have extra yields just to keep your economy going. And it's like, huh, okay. One thing I am going to do is I'm just in the process of stealing Catholicism. This is Feed the World. You know I like Feed the World, and Feed the World is already spread pretty much to my entire empire. So if cities have any spare districts, I might treat them to holy sites. I think it's a really good idea for me. Oh, Poland has built their own trebuchets. Oh, they wanted to get involved. I respect that. You're going to need to throw more at me than that, I'm afraid. We're about to take Krakow pretty easily. Where are your cities? There is one to the north. Okay, cool. Well, we'll hang on and just sort of... Oh, actually, look, there's a wonder in that city. Oh, that's a good holy site. Look at this. +5. I actually thought that would be better than that. Don't know why I did, but I did. Actually, one thing that's going to work really well in this little naval engagement is a Barbary Corsair. Got the electricity boost from doing that as well. It's a little much later into the game, 2 privateers. Actually, that's really nice. Sometimes those boosts don't work as they should. Oh, okay, right. I know what I was going to do. I was not going to do that this turn because I wanted to save up to buy an arena. Never mind. It's okay, we'll get it another way. We will save up and buy it in a couple of turns. Diplomatic service. Here's Wisselbanken. That's exactly what my capital wanted. We've got Gothic architecture, we've got natural philosophy, Republican legacy, raid, conscription. I'm going to get craftsmen in instead of the extra gold per turn. But now, my capital, oh yeah, that is growing a lot faster. 17 population already, but that will quickly start to climb. Can I get to a lovely 600 gold this turn? How much does that plunder? Oh yeah, that plunders quite a bit. I just need now just a little bit more gold, just selling diplomatic favor here and there. Perfect, there we go. Now I can go to Istanbul and say, here you are, kind sir. Go for an arena. And it will sort of bow to me politely and say, yes, yes, of course, of course. And then we switch over to Colosseum and I go, bam, suddenly... Next turn. Oh, even better. This is the scientist that gives 2 housing and 1 amenity for my capital. Oh, yes, that's awesome. Oh, and I've totally forgotten I had this one. This is what I say. I always forget about them. This is 2 medieval and 1 Renaissance era boosts. So medieval I've pretty much done apart from Renaissance. So Oh, yeah, no, I've totally left that too late. Humanism, gunpowder. Oh, I lost one of the boosts. Never mind. Anyway, 2 housing, 1 amenity, and 20% buff on all things in my capital now. I mean, that's awesome. Or amenity-based stuff. It's quite specific. Oh, they broke a trebuchet. Oh, mean. So mean. Why are they doing that? Terrible. Anyway, Colosseum. Perfect. 2 culture, 2 loyalty per turn, 2 amenities in currently 4 cities, but I do have space to build another 2, so that will be a 6-city Colosseum. That's kind of the scope of where you want to be aiming for Colosseum, sort of 5 or 6 cities. But most importantly, it affects my capital, and if my capital gets a bit of love, then it's got to be a good thing. Oh yes, we're up to +5, and I've got no luxuries coming in, giving me amenities, which means any extra amenities I put in this city can stay there. They will not move to anywhere else, which is awesome. So Kilwa is now being finished, which I love. We're going to go Colossus very briefly as well. Namely, because Colossus can get rushed by Imhotep. Attack, attack. I don't need to keep attacking, but these are city-state troops, don't forget. The actual ability to keep these things alive, yeah, not important for me. Not important for me at all. Here is Kilwa in my capital. So it gives me 3 envoys, but most importantly, I have a suzerain of a production, a gold, mercantile, and a scientific city-state. 1 of each. That means my capital is getting 50% boost in gold, production towards buildings and districts and things, and then also 15% science. So when we let all of this just sort of swim around for a little bit, we're up to 195 science per turn now, which is just, well, the official term for that is a lot of yum. There is also Colossus, 1 extra trader capacity, gains a trader unit. Anything that can flood from my capital is a good thing. And here lies the question. You will have just seen that all my alliances just failed this turn. And I'm now looking at the map and thinking, what do I want to do? Because Poland is not going to sate me, you know? I've got a lot of possible targets, and Germany, well, Germany's right there, and they are so industrialized, and I really want to hit them before they get too strong. I don't really have the army to do it just yet, and it's gonna be messy. So I think Germany, I'm gonna keep on side for a little bit, and we will continue the military alliance. It's very beneficial for me. Now this is the thing, my alliance with Rome was proving very useful because I've got a lot of traders going over to Rome at the moment, and that's giving me a lot of science, a lot of food, a lot of production. There's a lot of good stuff. But, my Barbary Corsairs are going to have a lot of fun along the Roman coastline. This is the majority of the industry that I can see from the sea, and it's probably the easiest place for me to attack. Because of that, I almost want Rome to be my next target, and I think I want to start producing units to make that happen, so yeah. Oh, it feels bad to get rid of all these, I mean, that's 4 trade routes that I would be letting go of about 8 science, food, and production per turn by not renewing that science alliance. Depends what we think we're going to do with my cities, because my capital could, right now, just start producing units. Like a lot of units, Corsairs just out left, right, and centre. If I get exploration quickly, we'll pick up a caravel. I think I've actually got enough gold to upgrade a couple of my galleys. That will give me the press gangs card, then we can get that out, start producing a load of units, and then go after Rome. They are building trebuchets, and they're going to build them quickly. But they are probably the best target for me here, to sort of go bomb, 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 and land on the coast, take a few cities, and then push in. Yeah, I've convinced myself now. Okay, let's get the Aztecs to be a cultural ally. Now this is just setting this up so that when I do invade, the Aztec cities are not going to be putting pressure on me. Oh, look at all that trade with Rome. Oh, that's gotta be a good 70 gold per turn I've got with them at the moment. It's probably why they're doing so badly. I've bankrupted them. Yep, I'm going to let that friendship expire. I don't know if I'm going to regret that, but I think it's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Granada will give me a little bit of visibility thinking about it, actually, and yeah, that gives me 15% extra production in my capital at building units. I'll take it. Barbary Corsairs are already upgrading fast, but don't worry, these galleys are going to mean that we sort of get this sorted and we can go after Rome. Oh, it's going to be such a betrayal. A betrayal they will be talking about for years to come. But a fun one. You know, if we're going to betray some, people, we've got to do it in an amusing way. Another attack on Krakow, and I've decided that war is a lot more fun when they're not your troops. Because you don't mind as much if they die. Here we go. Gorgo wants a joint war with Julius Caesar. Just hold on to that thought. That's actually really helpful. That's an immediate way into a formal war. So we will remember that. That's awesome. We're losing the odd troop. here and there. It's normally things that I've embarked and whatever, but as I say, these are city-state troops. I really don't mind what happens to them. There is Krakow. Population kept 9. Oh, it's so good. I love the fact that the cities remain on full strength when you take them. It is such a good look. Oh, 1 caravel and then 2 caravels. Exploration boosted. I don't think I've actually got another industrial zone yet. So I can't get another workshop, but I don't want to leave that boost unobtained. So we're just going to hang on to it for a second. 1 turn left. Any more boosts we can do before we end the era? Build 2 banks, 2 shipyards. Okay, shipyard we might be able to do. Merchant, astronomy, Corsus Belli, art museum. Yeah, we're pretty good, to be fair. We have extrapolated much of what we can get here. Actually, we can get a territorial war with Caesar here. Oh, I'm going to lose so much gold doing this, but actually, I like to put a little bit of stress on them. I can reset all of my trade routes, and I might be able to just pull the Aztecs in here. Good. Now, this will pull Rome's army to the other side. They now have a border war with both of the people on their same continent. I'm hoping that means they'll kind of just forget about me. Oh no, Gorgo didn't like that. You inflicted grievances on others. You were the person that told me to do it, Gorgo. What are you talking about? Oh, the pettiness. The pettiness. Poland is offering a pretty decent peace deal now, actually. Let us keep that in mind. We may take them up on that. Craftsman is giving me barely anything, but press gangs. Now that will be the thing that creates me a fleet to surround the sea. We can also put in serfdom now. Perfect. And my golden age, Poland is in a golden age, a heroic age. Rome is in a dark age. Oh, Rome. That is a bad time to be in a dark age. Monumentality. I've stolen so much faith per turn, 80 faith per turn from Poland. And I can use that faith now to be buying in builders. 6 charge builders from Konya to go and just improve my land. Oh, it looks good. In the meantime, my capital is just getting all of these lovely trade deals going. So it is now, yeah, okay, we're going to start printing these boats. I don't have Venetian arsenal. That would be the only thing that would improve this arrangement. But honestly, we're doing okay. So we did lose quite a bit of science per turn coming out of that golden age because my harbours no longer give me the science. Ooh, it's a boring world. But you know what? It's probably fine. We're still earning more than anybody else. 186, it's just that 15%. It's really, really good. It's like almost 30 science per turn it's giving me at the moment. Big old boost. Oh, lovely. Yes, we're now getting fleets of our unique boats. And this is why they're so good. You simply sail it up. You go, yum. Thank you, I'll have 50 gold and 370 gold. And then you sail away. As if nothing had ever happened. And then your actual fleet comes in and steals the harbours. Again, just cruise up, steal the gold, and then move away. Again, just move in, steal everything, come out, and just hide away again. Remember, they can't see you as long as you don't attack. They can't make attacks against you in return, so it's lovely. This is one of the best things about low visibility units. They couldn't see my boat there, so they just inexplicably moved a settler right into the sea, and I'm like, hello, nice to meet you. Don't mind me. Why would you do that? Well, they wouldn't have done that if they could see me, but yeah, it's good. That's a big hurricane right next to my invasion fleet. Oh no, it's going southeast. Oh good, it's going towards my capital. Huzzah. Oh no, right, quick, get the caravels in. Puteoli is going to be our first port of strike, and as you can see, our corsairs can line up very neatly along with our great admiral, and we can go a 1, a 2, a 3 as if from nowhere, and my caravels can actually join in with the attack and put some damage on the city as well. Oh, next turn we should be able to strike there very easily. Gdansk, let's take this city quickly. We've got the trebuchets lined up. I've got my Barbary Corsair just causing them a bit of problem. They may counterattack, but that's okay. What are you building there? Chichen Itza. Ho ho ho. That'll be nice if we could steal that one. Industrial era. And of course we're doing the usual Ottoman thing of kind of just stealing all the money from everyone else, but don't look there. That looks pretty nasty. Let's go for the factory just immediately. Coal power plant will go up next turn. I don't think we got any coal. Wo ist meinen Coal? Where is it? 7 results. Okay, that's like Barb Island. We're not going there. That's not mine. That's not mine. That's not mine. Oh my lord. Yes. Oh, Coal Island. Off you go, settler. And so I'm just outside of Lublin. Okay, that is looking nice. We've got a builder actually just about to pop in there as well, so yeah, that'll do lovely. Oh, Aztecs want to give me a relic for some elephants? Cool. What a trade. Hey, sir, what did you do today? Oh, well, I was just down at the market and I traded the splinter of the True Cross, a beautiful relic of an ancient religion, for a single elephant. It was a good deal. I hear the elephant made the person that bought it very happy. Continue the attack, they say. That was actually just the one attack needed there. I'll do 2 through to give my Corsairs some experience. I'll attack with this one. Perfect. And I don't even need to worry about loyalty because it's already fully loyal. Of course it is. Alright, well we may as well go to Ostia now, to the next stop. A 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks, and then we'll go 4, 5. Gdansk is mine. Oh, loyalty with the Ottomans is just so much fun. And this city has no walls. Of course it doesn't. Why would you have walls when you're at the middle of a massive world war with Ursa? A pointless thing. And to population 20 capital 20. Oh, that's good. Doesn't stop me doing a friendly amount of pillaging across the Roman Empire. That's actually a nice little pillage there. I need a bit more gold. Come on. Something needs to give me a little bit more gold. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this war is going. The only thing I'm thinking, just as we gear up for stage 3, I've gone for astronomy, we are now not far off flight, and things like observation balloons, which is just the Ottomans' best friend. But what I need to do is maybe look at settling a couple of little canal cities so that I can get my boats and units out attacking Gorgo. We're going to go Poland, Gorgo, or Rome, Aztec, Gorgo, something like that. There's a lot more war for us to do, but we have a really good base here. This is the problem though, Gorgo, look at that, 17 out of 35, out of 85. They are really doing well, 134 tourism per turn. Look at all those great works. That is absolutely nuts. 13 cities, 67 population. They have more cities than I do, and I've already stolen 5. We have competition here. We have real competition, and if we're not careful, yeah, Gorgo's gonna really wipe the floor with us here. We better get building. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, I Am, Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Doughboy91, Sean Gratis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Amiri C, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Bear Ray. Thank you for all of your support to help make these videos, and see you all next time. Goodbye!